Hi, my name is John Sole. I live in Pensacola, Florida. A little bit about my background. I am a former college cheerleading dance coach. I've coached at some universities across the country, such as Arizona, Nevada, and Louisiana. I've also been an educator for the past 20 years, working in high school settings. I've done everything from dropout prevention counselor to dean of students. And I typically work with happy kids. They just haven't figured out how to be happy yet. And I seem to be drawn to that population, which is kind of like inspired me to participate in this program, Arts and Medicine Graduate Certificate Program. But during the first 7 weeks in HUM5397, I was feeling kind of out of place because all of the models that were represented were kind of clinical settings, and I didn't feel as though my skill sets matched a clinical setting. And I was feeling very discouraged for the first 7 weeks of the class. But during week 8, other programs were introduced and kind of like gave me a sense of hope, like, wow, okay, these practices can be taken outside of the health clinic context, and which kind of gave me a sense of hope. And we had a 48-hour break, and then we started our next class, 5595, and now we're talking about practicums. And honestly, I feel as though I missed something along the way because we're talking about having to visit sites within the next week or so. I don't have a clue what I'm going to ask these people, why I'm, what to let me do while I'm there. Hopefully that'll be spelled out over the next week or so in week 2's lessons. But right now I'm feeling overwhelmed because I feel as though I missed something along the way about our practicums and practicums, because I was under the impression that practicums wouldn't start until the spring semester, and we had to have things laid out and locked in as far as where we're going to do our practice. But at the moment, I'm currently feeling overwhelmed because I don't have a clue what I want to do. I know I don't want to work in a clinical setting per se, but somehow I want to use my skills as a gymnastics coach, a cheerleading coach, and somehow manage to weave that into some kind of community setting, because I feel as though my gifts and strengths are reaching out to those populations and giving them a sense of hope, giving them a purpose, talking about healthy lifestyles and things that we can do through the gymnastics field that can improve lives. I know this can work because I've done it at several high schools across the country where I started gymnastics programs for the kids that were borderline dropouts. And ironically, gymnastics transformed their lives as far as getting them more engaged in school, getting their attendance to improve. And so I'm looking to somehow replicate that program that I did several years ago. But at the moment, I'm kind of feeling overwhelmed because we have to visit sites within the next couple of days. So I'm kind of feel as though I'm like, wow, what should I do? What should I ask them? Who should I visit? So that's where I'm kind of at right now as we start week 2 and wrap up week 1.